The company that sues people for breathing near Mario just got hacked. Yeah, Nintendo got hacked. And not by some 13-year-old running Kali Linux on his dad's PC. This time, it's by a professional group called Crimson Collective. As usual, Nintendo didn't fully confirm it yet, but the hackers have dropped a screenshot of what looks like the Nintendo's internal folders with their production assets, developer previews, and backups. So yeah, I guess Nintendo's security team is on fire now. So the famous cybersecurity firm Hackmanac saw Crimson Collective post a screenshot of Nintendo's internal file system with the caption, "Who said we didn't have Nintendo's topic files?" And people went crazy. So yeah, they just robbed a bank and left a selfie on the counter. Interestingly, Crimson Collective is not a new group. These guys hacked and stole 570 gigabytes of private data from a massive software company called Red Hat. That too just a few weeks ago. And the data they stole included 28,000 projects, 800 customer reports, and probably a few jobs for sure. And they even posted the entire file tree on Telegram like it was a sneaker drop. So yeah, these guys ain't amateurs, and they just picked a fight with the biggest lawsuit-happy company on planet Earth. As of now, Nintendo hasn't confirmed any of these allegations. They didn't even say we are investigating or anything. Just pin drop silence. That's a typical corporate code when things are burning inside. If you've been following Nintendo, you know that they got a history of data leaks. Between May and December 2020, they faced a major leak called the Giga Leak, which included the decades of source code, design documents, and prototypes of games like Pokemon, Zelda Online, and some others. And the interesting part is these data were stolen on March 2018 by the hacker James Clark. But the world only get to know it in 2020, 2 years later. And again, on April 2020, Nintendo faced another major leak of 300,000 of their individual account details. So yeah, if this Crimson Collective hack is real, we are not going to get a confirmation for 6 to 10 months. But here's where the things get really interesting, because Crimson Collective didn't use some Hollywood-style hacking tools with green lines of code anywhere. They literally used an open source tool called Trufflehawk. So you understand why Nintendo being so quiet. Trufflehawk is a security tool that scans for leaked cloud credentials online. And Crimson Collective found Nintendo's AWS keys just floating around in the internet, probably somewhere like in a repo or maybe just tabbed to a monitor. And once they find these keys, they logged in, created new admin accounts, and just exported everything to S3 buckets. And boom, 500 plus gigabytes of Nintendo's corporate data is now sitting in some shady EC2 instance somewhere. Crimson claims that they have Nintendo's production assets, developer builds, backups, and stress test data. Basically everything you need for the next Mario game trailer. And for sure, we don't know that if it's true yet, but their proof they had for Red Hat hack did end up being real. So the odds are not looking great for Nintendo. And if you know anything about leaks, you know that once it happens, they spread faster than a wildfire. Remember the 2023 Rockstar leak of GTA 6 footage? It was all over the internet in just 2 hours. And if Crimson Collective did end up leaking the actual files, yeah, it's going to hurt Nintendo. Okay, but who are these people? Well, nobody really knows that yet, but some analysts think that Crimson Collective might be connected to the old Ellipsis Dollar gang. Yeah, the gang from UK who hacked Microsoft, Uber, and Rockstar. And according to Rapid7, Crimson Collective operates with compromised AWS accounts, and they end up spreading the IPs in multiple countries using legitimate tools like Trufflehawk, creating snapshots of databases and exporting them to their own servers. So yeah, basically a Ocean's 11 Tech Edition. This group has already hit Red Hat, Claro Colombia, and now maybe Nintendo. That's some crazy lineup. Nintendo spent years chasing modders, ROM archivists, and emulator devs. This is the company that once sued GameJolt for hosting a fan-made remake of 1991 Game Boy game Metroid 2 Return of Samus, called AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake. So yeah, Nintendo being the one hacked here feels like a chef's kiss. They literally build walls around everything, suing people here and there. And now someone just walked off their fortified court with their secret codes? That's big. And I'm sure Nintendo is probably going to sue AWS next week. And yeah, unless user data is involved, Nintendo will never acknowledge it publicly. They will patch whatever went wrong, make some code changes, and fire some poor sysadmin. and just get back to business as usual. And I guess Crimson Collective will release some more proof to convince the internet that they have the real files. And they're gonna use public shaming as a leverage for ransom talks with Nintendo. So yeah, follow me on Instagram for more updates. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Alright, that's pretty much it. Subscribe. Peace out.